Good morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk. But what you must understand, you can't let him to love him pass you by. Tell him that the sun and moon rise in his eyes. Remember when Color Me Bad had everybody thinking they could speak Spanish? And everybody walked around the high school like, I adore mi amor. And I used to be like, oh, God, make it stop. But that was a song, though. That was a ballad right there. That was a ballad right there. You want to take her place. You say you treat me better, I know for sure. You see, she loves me, and I could never leave her. She means the world to me, and I live for her. She's my destiny, I know. Now just tell people you speak Spanish. I adore mi amor. How is COVID in Birmingham? Awful. I graduated in 1994. I am not better today. I am heartbroken. And I am having trouble focusing and I'm so relieved that they found her body because Yolanda, her mother can have closure now, and her mother can lay her daughter to rest, and that to me was crucial to anybody ever getting to find any peace in this at all, because just not knowing where your kid is actual hell on earth. If you want to know what hell on earth is, like actual hell, like the depths of fucking where Satan lives, and put it on earth, it is a mother not knowing where her child is. That's what that is. So I am grateful to the divers and the searchers and the people that were looking for Naya, who didn't give up and continued to search for 5 days in the water all day for 12, 14 hours a day. I am grateful to their efforts. Because of them, Naya's family will have closure. But I want to tell you something that I learned, that I recognized from the day that Naya went missing. There is a difference between you meeting a guy and a woman coming to you and saying, listen, I dated this man. He is not healthy. He is a narcissist, or he is a cheater, or whatever. And you taking one person's experience and saying, okay, I appreciate your truth. I'll use that to weigh in, whatever. I'm talking about sometimes chatter gets really loud. The John cicadas in the tree are about to wear my patients out. I swear they get louder as soon as I start talking, which is probably like true, like nature. They probably hear noise and think, oh, it's time for us. Okay. Hold on. So, okay. So, when Naya went missing, I said, and if you want to go back and watch the video, I said, It is my belief that Naya's last act as a mother was to get her son back on that pontoon boat before she took her last breath. Mothers don't go out into lakes to commit suicide and leave their babies floating rolling on the river like Tina Turner. I knew when all of the conspiracy theory people came out and tried to decipher her Instagram posts and these fucking Looney Tunes that started going, oh, she posted on 7 days ago something and then this and then that and she must have gone out to commit suicide and look at the way she parked her truck. And I thought to myself, how sad that so many people will listen to the chatter. They will get distracted by the chatter. But I know my friend. Why not a life jacket? Because lakes give the false impression of safety. Lakes don't have waves, they don't have tides, they don't have sharks, right? It's a false sense of security. When you grow up in the water like Naya did, Naya grew up in California in the water. There is a false sense of security that you can swim and be fine and you don't need a life jacket, right? How many of us have had 2 cocktails and drove? Or ran to the gas station and didn't put our seatbelt on? Or walked out on the hot pavement without shoes and burned our feet or stepped on a rock? How many of us have made a decision thinking, this isn't going to happen to me. I'll be fine. So many of us have done that. So the constant but how come the no life jacket? Because she was an excellent swimmer and a lake gives a very false sense of security. Calm water, no crazy wildlife. I don't wear a life jacket in the lake and I fucking hate lakes. Okay? I don't really get in the lake. That's true. I don't really get in. But when I do, I don't wear one because in my mind, I go, oh, calm body of water, I know how to swim. I don't need a life jacket, right? In an ocean where it looks scary and there's sharks and waves and riptides, I go, I need a life jacket. That looks scary. People drown in a bathtub. Did you know that? People drown in a bathtub. Do you ask them why they weren't wearing life jackets? Why didn't you have a life jacket on in the bathtub? I don't know. I didn't think I needed one. Lakes are dirty. Sure. I don't know what that has to do with a life jacket, but they are or can be dirty. Absolutely, sure. I knew that my friend, something tragic must have happened to her. And I said, my friend probably used every ounce of energy she had, every ounce of strength, every ounce of love to get that baby back on the boat. And what did the investigation find? That most likely what happened was something happened to Naya. And as the pontoon boat started to drift away, she knew she had to do every single thing in her power to get Josie back on that boat. And she probably got to heaven and looked to her right and looked to her left and fell on her knees and thank God she got to heaven alone and that Josie was not with her. And she probably looked down and thought, I did it. I did my job. That was my job. To get that baby on the boat. That was my job. So there will be 1,000 people today going, but how do you know? How do you know that's what happened? Well, we don't, right? Because we weren't there. But what we do is we take the evidence and the facts that we have and we lay it out in front of us, and we try to surmise what most likely would have happened. That's what we do. And I knew from day one, and all the chatter and people texting me and the comments on social media, and I knew. I said, lakes don't have riptides, but they have movement. The pontoon boat wasn't anchored. It was probably moving away. And if she got a cramp, if she got pain in her chest, a stomach, anything, if anything happened to her, she probably thought, my God, let me get this baby in the boat, please. So I say to you in your life, when you have something that you need to believe and the chatter around you gets loud, I want you to get still and silent. Still and silent. What do I believe? What do I feel? What is my conviction? How can I hold on to what I need to believe? When the world tries to tell me that God isn't real, that if God was real, Naya wouldn't have died. She wouldn't have drowned. If God was real, COVID wouldn't be here and cancer wouldn't be a thing and children wouldn't die in car accidents. God's not real, Jamie. I get really still and I listen and I focus on my faith and my belief and what comforts me, because otherwise the chatter gets so loud and it is so hard to focus on what is comforting to you and what you need to believe. And I struggle with that sometimes. I do. I struggle with that sometimes. I find that the world can get very loud and the noise gets very loud. And that if I'm not careful, I can get very distracted by the chatter. And I can't let that happen, because when that happens, I have no peace. I have no peace. All I can do is come on this video and share my truth with you and say, this is what I believe. This is what I believe happened with Naya. This is who I know as a friend, as a professional, as a mother. This is who I know. And despite how many people tell me she parked erratically, she was walking ahead of him, she probably committed suicide, I go, Lord, I need you to help me get still in what I know and what I believe. I can't let the outside chatter change my narrative about a woman I know and a woman I respect. Lord, I can't listen, because the grain of truth that conspiracy theory people pull will make you feel like maybe it could be true. The truck didn't look parked right. She was walking in front of him. Is there something weird about? And then I think about how many times I've walked ahead of my own children. If you say you have never walked 3 steps ahead of your children in a parking lot or in a park or in your something, use a whole lie. Okay? Use a whole lie. And if you pull into a parking lot where there are no other cars and you want to park a little bit over the line or sort of crooked, okay. That's right, Rita. Mama ducks walk ahead of their babies and the ducks follow. And that is exactly how we walk. And I knew from day one, that my girlfriend died and the last thing she did was put her baby back on the boat. I knew it. Because I know you and I know me and I know mothers. And that's what mothers do. That is God. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When you look at the situation and you go, people say, if God was real, Naya wouldn't have died. And I go, but don't you see the act of God in a mother's love for her child? Do you not see what the strength that God gave her at the end to put that baby back on the boat? Do you think that that is God's love? It is the most comforting thing to know that God was with her in her last moments and said, he's not coming with you. It's not his time. Get him on the boat. And she did. That's what you do. That is what we do. That is God. So, the chatter and the chaos and the noise gets so loud, and you find it so hard to find your center, and you go, I know what is real. They're making me think I'm crazy. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. Hold on. Guys, get your masks on. Jenny is here. Charlie, go get Daddy and tell Daddy to start so you guys can finish eating. Go find Daddy and tell Daddy to put his mask on and go see Jenny on the driveway. Go! Don't stare at me. So, sometimes you have to look a little harder for the gift. And you got to just find your center, you know? You just find the center. You hear the chatter about people and things and situations in your life, and it gets loud, and you have to get silent and isolate what you know to be true. What is your truth? And then you hold on to that. And when it gets loud, you hold on to it right here, right? And that's it. That's it. Like, that is the beauty of our power, our personal power to hold on to what we know. Nobody can tell you what you know. The chatter is so loud. You are not crazy. I don't care who disagrees with you. And I'm not even saying you are right. I'm not saying you are right. I don't know what it is that you are holding on to. But what I want you to understand is you have a right to hold your truth and hold it tight. That is your right to hold on to your faith, your belief, and the outside world does not have a right to take that from you. Everybody wants to water down everything. They want to take everything from us. Nothing is enough. We feel we owe the world everything, and you do not owe them anything. You are not required to give them your truth and let them decide whether that is true or not. It is not up to the world to decide your truth. You do not owe them that. What you know to be, what you believe to be faith, what you believe to be love, what you believe to be real, you get to decide that. So, my point is, I love you too, Michelle. My point is that when you have conviction about something, people will try to shred it. They will try to water it down. They will try to discredit it. They will try to convince you it's not real. The chatter are like the cicadas. It gets loud. Right? And you just have to go like, no, this is what I know to be true. And if I allow the world to tell me that my truth is not my truth, I have nothing left for me. And I can't give that away. I just can't give that away. And I won't. And I don't care. Here's my thing. I knew what Naya had done for her son before any police officer or investigator or anybody said it out loud, because I knew. And I said it to y'all days ago, and I knew that. And no matter how loud people got, and people in our industry who texted me and said, do you think it was suicide? So tragic. Do you think it was art imitating life? Get the fuck. If you don't get off my fucking phone before I screenshot your bullshit and post it for the world to see, stop trying to cut my truth in half. You do not get to trust to cut my truth in half. You don't get to do that. This is my truth. This is what I believe. This is my faith. And you will not make my truth, my faith, my belief salacious. You will not take my faith in God or my knowledge of Naya or anything else that I hold dear and water it down or cut it in half or whatever. Because I will not sensationalize my truth or my relationship with God. And when I said to God, I can't walk around in this much pain, he said, don't. I was with her. And she did exactly what she was called to do. It was time for her to come home. It was not Josie's time. Okay, Lord, that's all I need to know. And when the devil gets loud and the chatter gets loud and they try to tell me it was something else, I will remember this. I will get silent and still, and I will take a day for myself to block it all out. So thank you. Thank you very much for allowing me a personal day yesterday. I really appreciate that. And I want you to know that when you want to, yes, Christy, they are from Target. Everything I own is from Target, except my pajama pants are from State of Style. They're the most comfortable. I know you guys think I'm probably hawking my own product, but my pajama pants are the softest. They're like butter. They are, and they're from State of Style Jewelry. We're getting ready to put them up on the site. I have New Jersey ones. I love them. These are my favorite pajama pants. That's why I bought them to sell, because I love them so much. I love you all so much. I love you. That's why I do this. That's why I talk to you. That's why I bare my soul to you, and I come on here in my pajamas with no bra. My nose runs. I cry. I laugh. I yell. I scream. I spit. Because I love you, because we are not in this life alone. You are not alone in this life. You are not alone with narcissists. You are not alone in quarantine. You are not alone in your fear of being rejected or being overweight or struggling with addiction or wondering where God is. You are not alone in any of this. I am here with you. You are here with me, and I am so grateful for that. It's weird, it's hokey, because we're on social media. We don't really know each other, but we know each other. If you were a preacher, we would flood your church. Oh, thank you. I don't really think you want to hear me preach, though. Thus says the Lord, something about the name Jesus. Okay. I love you guys so much. Oh, today is the Alabama primary. I'm very, very, very torn about who I'm supposed to vote for. Truly, I am a little tired of never having anybody of clear quality to vote for. It's always like I feel like the lesser of two evils. Do I vote for this person with no experience? Do I vote for this person with a shitty, weird background? Like, I don't know. But I do believe in voting. It is my right as an American, and I will be voting in Alabama today. I just literally have no idea for who. So pray for me as I try to sort it out. I love you all so much. I really, really do. And Alabama, go vote. That is the truth. We need to vote. I don't know. Oh, I am now crying. Well, I love you too. I just cried. So we cry together. All right, my kids are getting haircuts out on the driveway. Michael tried to shave his own head. It's a fucking nightmare. I love you guys so much. No Jesus preaching. Oh. Is this Jeff Sessions' jurisdiction? It is. It's Jeff Sessions versus Tommy Tuberville. All right. Hi, Jackson. All right, I got to go. Have a great, great day.